trisāmā sāmagaḥ sāma nirvāṇaṃ bhēṣajaṃ bhiṣak sanyāsakṛchcamaḥ śāntō niṣṭhā śāntiḥ parāyaṇam.
The first three namas of the Lord, we can put them all together. Trisāmā, sāmagaḥ, sāma. Trisāmā means one who has been glorified by, or one who is being worshipped by all the three sāmas. The sāmas are in the Vedas, a part of the Sāma Vedas. So here in the nama indicates to us that the Lord is the one who is glorified in the three sāmas. Sāmagaḥ is one who sings the sāma song, the verses or the stanza that are there in the sāmas. We have 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda and the Sāma Veda. In the Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter, Bhagavan says, Vedanam Sāma Vedosmi. Amongst the Vedas, I am the Sāma Veda itself, he said. So all the Vedas are he himself in a different form. It's not that he is separate from the Vedas, the books of knowledge for all of us. Bhagavan says, I myself am the Vedas. And who authored it? I myself authored it. So the Lord is the author, the contents is the Lord, everything is he himself. So all the Vedas are therefore very, very sacred for us, because Lord himself is all the 4 Vedas. Amongst the 4 Vedas, Bhagavan picks up the Sāma Veda for us and he identifies himself with that, and he says, I am of the Vedas, I am the Sāma Veda. Why is he picking up the Sāma Veda? Especially over there, because in Sāma Veda, Nādopāsana comes. Music is a part of it. And music itself can be used as a path, a sadhana to reach the Lord, called Nādopāsana. So, Nada means music. Where music is there, dance, Nritya also will come in. So, therefore, that itself, that sacred art form itself can be used to reach the Lord. So, therefore, Bhagavan identifies himself with Sāma. So, here also Sāma means the Lord himself is the Sāma Veda. So, if the Lord himself is the Sāma Veda, who are the ones who chant the Sāma Vedas? Bhagavan says, sāmagaḥ, I am the singer, means I am the chanter. And who is the chanter? He who invokes the Lord. So, Bhagavan also, so therefore, everything is he. Lord is he is the Lord, and who is the Bhakta? Bhakta is not separate from the Lord. Bhakta also is the Lord himself in a different form, is what we are being told over here. So, sāmagaḥ means one who sings the sāmas. Means the spiritual seeker over here, the disciple over here, or the devotee over here. Bhagavan says that also I am. And trisāmā, the one who is glorified, who is in all the 3 sāmas, who is glorified? Lord himself is being glorified in all of it. Lord himself is the one who is glorified in all the Vedas. So that's what it means over here. Nirvāṇaṃ. Nirvāṇa means the state of realization, the state of mukti, moksha, enlightenment, liberation, all of them. Moksha. Mukti is, there is another name for that or word for that is nirvāṇa. So Bhagavan says, Nirvāṇa, I am the one. The Lord says, who is ever liberated, ever free, ever in that highest state. So that absolute God state of consciousness which we all talk about, the moksha state, the mukti state, the enlightenment state, which to reach which the sadhaka is sitting down and doing his meditation, who is doing sadhana, that state itself Bhagavan says, I am. Lord is a personification of mukti or moksha. And what is mukti or moksha? It is a state of absolute peace. It's a state of absolute freedom. It's a state of absolute perfection. So Bhagavan identifies all of that with him. He is absolute peace. He is absolute perfection. He is absolute free. When we say we are free, we are not really free at all. Our freedom is conditioned freedom. Bhagavan is the one who is totally free, absolutely free. And also eternally he is free. Never ever is there a point wherein he is bound by anything. He can never ever be conditioned by Maya. So therefore he is nirvāṇaṃ, bhēṣajaṃ. Bhēṣajaṃ means medicine. When we get sick, we have three equipments: the body, the mind and the intellect. All of them can give trouble to us. Adi vyadi, they say. At the physical level, diseases will come and disease will go. Therefore, and when diseases are there, we need a cure. We need a medicine for that. So when we go to the doctor, they prescribe some medicine, and if we take it as prescribed by the doctor, the disease will go away from us. So we need medicine over there. Mind also needs medicine. Mental therapy. Mind means mind intellect. When the mind is disturbed, when the mind is restless, when it is full of anxiety, it is not at ease. So disease means we can split it into two. Dis-ease means it is not at ease. So when the mind and the intellect are not at ease, not comfortable, means they are diseased. So something is needed for our mind and intellect also to bring it back to an ease state. For that also we have prescriptions. That also is medicine. So we need medicine at the physical level, mental level and the intellectual level. Therapies. So what is the medicine for all of us? Bhagavan identifies himself with the very medicine that we take. The capsules that we take, the tablets that we take, whatever it is that we take. And whatever therapies a person goes through, there are so many types of therapies at the physical level and at the mental level. All of them are nothing but medicine to bring us back to that comfortable, healthy state, to put us back at ease. We take medicine, or medicine is prescribed for us. Bhagavan identifies himself with medicine. He says, I am the medicine. And that disease, ultimate disease, which all of us, there's one disease which is common for all of us. One may have fever, one may not have fever. One may have cold, one may not have cold. There's so many types of diseases. All diseases don't afflict everybody. But there is one common disease which has afflicted all of us. And what is that? The samsara roga. The disease called samsara, bhava roga, they say. So for this disease of samsara, which is there for all of us, there must be a cure also. Some prescription must be there, some medicine must be there for any disease. So if this samsara roga has afflicted us, there must be a cure for all of us. There must be a medicine for all of us. What is the medicine? Bhagavan says, I myself am the medicine. If you take me, who am the medicine, sure you will be able to get relieved of your bhava roga or samsara roga. A very beautiful concept over here where the Lord is being likened to medicine. In Mukundamala, Kulashekar Alvar so beautifully says, for any disease, there are only three types of cures. They are mani, mantra, aushadha. There is no fourth. So any disease which afflicts any of our equipment, these are the only three methods of getting rid of the disease. Mani, mantra, aushadha. Mani means the gem therapy. In gold or in silver, we have the various gems that are embedded over there, and they will tell us how it has to be used. And the gem therapy is possible. It is a valid form of making us get over that disease. So that's called money. Money means gem, stones. So gem therapy is there for our diseases. Mantra is there. By using mantras, we can get completely cured or rid of all our diseases, again physical or mental. So mantra, The power of mantra will help us to come back to our healthy state from the state of ill health. So it's very, very powerful. Mantra and aushadha. Aushadha is the ordinary medicine that we all take. So mani, mantra, aushadha. Even in Vishnu Sahasranama, there are various verses which are prescribed. If this disease is there, then chant this verse this many times. If stomach pain is there, stomach ache is there, exclusively for the stomach, this stanza should be chanted for a particular number of days, number of times, then the disease will go away. If the mind is always in a tamasic state, that is also disease. Mind should always be in a sattvic state. So the mind is very dull, it is not able to register the knowledge. We are not talking only spiritual knowledge. Even children, maths class, science class, they are not able, they are very dull for whatever reason. They are not able to, the IQ is not good, and therefore they are not able to register or understand what the teacher is telling them. There is a verse over here which helps the mind to become more focused, more concentrated, more sharp, so that knowledge will become easy for us to get the knowledge into us. So therefore, so many verses over here. It is there in Vishnu Sahasranama, it is there in Lalita Sahasranama, it is there in the Bhagavad Gita, it is there in Hanuman Chalis, particular shlokas or verses for specific diseases. So mani, mantra and aushadha. In Mukundamala, which is a beautiful, it's a long stotra written glorifying Lord Krishna by Kulashekar Alvar. He says Krishna is all the three. Krishna is the aushadha, Krishna is the mani, and Krishna is mantra. There are three stanzas over there in Mukundamala. Very beautiful, verses. So in one verse he deals only with Krishna as aushadha. Krishna aushadha, Krishna aushadha, Krishna aushadha comes over. Starting from our ordinary diseases like cold fever, headache, stomach ache, up to the bhavaroga or the samsara roga. Krishna medicine can cure all of them. Krishna aushadha. So it's not that Krishna's, we go and pray to the Lord and invoke his blessing and then take the medicine. The medicine itself is Krishna. So what are we swallowing? We are not swallowing a capsule or a tablet. It is Krishna who is going inside us, and then he will do the job for us. He'll get us back to health, good health. So Krishna aushadha, one whole stanza for that. Krishna mani, Krishna mani, Krishna mani is there. Gem therapy. We don't have to go in for any type of gem therapy. Krishna himself is the gem. So if Krishna is there with us constantly in our mind, that rare, unique Krishna mani is with us. And that Krishna mani will do its job of getting us back to good health. Physical, mental and spiritual health. So, and Krishna mantra, Krishna mantra, Krishna mantra, Krishna mantra, one more stanza. They all come in, one after the other over there in Mukundamala. So, by chanting a particular mantra for a particular number of times every day, it can help us to get rid of our diseases at all levels. So, over here, Krishna, the Lord, Vishnu himself is the medicine. That medicine which will help us to get over our small little diseases at our equipment level, body, mind level, as well as that terrible disease called samsara which has afflicted us, and it did not come now, it has come, it's been there with us through janmas. Eternally it has come with us. It never left us and went. So powerful is this disease called samsara roga. Is there a cure or a medicine for it? Lord is the cure for it. So therefore Bhagavan is the medicine. Bhiṣak. Who is the doctor? There must be a doctor to prescribe the medicine for us. We can't just go to the medical shop and buy some medicine and put it inside our mouth. It can be harmful to us. We always need the doctor's prescription. The moment we go to the medical shop and ask for a medicine, they will say, where is the prescription? If there is no prescription, they won't give. Common cold and things like that, they will give across the counter. But certain medicine, most of the medicine, there has to be a doctor's prescription. Only then we can buy the medicine over there. So we need a doctor also to prescribe this medicine called Krishna or Vishnu over here. Vishnu is the medicine, Narayana himself is the medicine for us. Who will prescribe it for us? He himself is the Vaidya also. He himself is the physician. He himself is the doctor. So one meaning is, when the milk ocean was churned, the celestial doctors emerged from the milk ocean, Dhanvantri. Even today in the Ayurveda tradition, they invoke Dhanvantri, the celestial doctors who have the medicine for all diseases. From where did the celestial doctors who are called Dhanvantris emerge? They emerged from the milk ocean. So when we say bhiṣak, it also means Dhanvantri, and it also means Bhagavan himself is the doctor over here. Vaidya Narayana. Very beautifully. Vaidya Narayana himself, Hari himself is the Vaidya for us. So when we go to the Lord as the doctor to consult, he will prescribe for us the right medicine. And what is the medicine? He himself is the doctor, he himself is the medicine also for us. So over here, Vaidya Narayana. Shiva is also worshipped as Vaidyanatha. Vaidya means doctor, Natha means Lord. He is the Lord of all doctors. He is the doctor of all doctors. Because certain diseases only our doctors can cure us. But who is the doctor who can cure the most dreadful disease called samsara for us? It is only the Lord. Therefore, he is Vaidyakanatha. Vaidyanatha. So Vaidyanarayana, Vaidyanatha, he himself is, Lord himself is the medicine, Lord himself is the doctor also, he is the physician for all of us. SanyāsakṛchChamaḥ, krit means to do or to bring into. Sannyasa is one of the stages of a human being's life. There are stations and stages in life. We call them as varna ashrama dharma. Means we must go through the varna and the ashrama dharmas. We should go. It's the duty of every one of us. So what are they? In the Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter, Bhagavan tells us, I am the author of the 4 varnas. I created them. I instituted them, he says. I brought them into being. And what are the 4 varnas? They are not castes. Varna means color, shades it is. In the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says over here, I am the one who created the 4 varnas. And those varnas means shades of personality. Because varna means color. It's got nothing to do with what we have identified it with, the caste system. Because Bhagavan says over there, I am the one who created the 4 varnas, I am the one who created the 4 varnas, guna karma vibhagashaha, according to guna and karma. Guna is the qualities in us. So our inner nature. Gunas represent our inner nature. Karma is what we do externally. So both internal and external have been taken care of there by the Lord saying guna and karma. So according to our inner constitution only, we will be performing in the world outside. We will enter into the field of activity. So internal and external both taken care of is what each one of us are. Our personality is 2-sided. One is an internal and one is an external. According to that, Bhagavan says, I have created the 4 varnas over there. The Brahmana, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya and the Shudra. The gunas, how do we differ from each one of us is different from the other person. We all differ. In what aspect do we differ? We all differ in our characteristics. The gunas are different in us. Why do each one of us have different gunas or different characteristics? Because the tamas, the rajas and the sattva in us vary in proportion. Three gunas are there. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Exhaustively the Bhagavad Gita deals with it. We are a combination of all the three, all of us. And it's not permanent also. The proportion of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas keeps changing. Every moment it can change. In a satsang, Sattva will be more. Only then we can sit down for satsang. So at that point of time, Rajas is less, Tamas is less. But even in a satsang, if a person falls off to sleep, dozes off, Tamas is more, Sattva is less, Rajas is less. So every moment, these three gunas, the proportion of these three gunas in us keeps on changing. But overall, predominantly, what is there? Like an average. That will decide whether we are sattvic, rajasic or tamasic person. So when we say a person is sattvic person or a rajasic person or a tamasic person, it is predominantly sattvic, rajasic or tamas. It doesn't mean only one guna is there. All the three will be there. So according to that, our characteristics, our inner nature. According to that, our external activities. Therefore, 4 varnas over there. The Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. That also the Lord says, I created. The other 4 stages of life, the Brahmachari stage, the student stage, all of us go through it. Then after that comes the householder, Grihastha stage, where we settle down. And then after the Grihastha stage, retirement comes. It is called Vanaprastha. Prasthana means to move. To move where? To go where? To Vana. Vana means forest. Earlier days, they would literally retire to the forest. Those who are old enough, they will hand over everything, the reins to their children and say, you take over everything, and then they would quietly retire to do their dhyana, to do their contemplation and reach the Lord. They need their free time to pursue spirituality. So Vanaprastha is that, and then comes the sannyasa ashram. So these 4, the student, the brahmacharya, the grihastha, the vanaprastha and the sannyasa ashram, all of them, these are called as varna ashrama dharma. This is ashramas, these are stages in life. So all of them are created by the Lord himself. He alone is the one who has created it all. So brahmachari stage also Bhagavan only has created it. All of us need that stage, the student stage, wherein we are only learning. We need knowledge, not only spiritual but even worldly knowledge, to enter into Grihasthashram. So if Grihasthashram is there, we start practicing whatever we have learnt. Then we settle down, get married, children, whatever it is. We live our life, our occupation, our career, etc., etc. And then slowly when we become old, senior citizen, then slowly we should start moving away and enter into the 3rd stage. Many of us don't enter into the 3rd stage. Even at the age of 95, we are doing Grihastha Dharma, which is wrong. There is very beautifully, there is this thing. The moment the grandchild is born and the Namakarana is over, the moment the grandchild is born and its Namakarana is over, it is the duty of the elders to slowly retire. It doesn't mean we must all go off to the forest. Even in our houses, we can retire. Take the back seat and allow others to grow up in life. If at the age of 80 and 85 and 90, we are still holding the keys, and then we are ordering and commanding and dictating and doing everything, when will our children learn? When will their children learn? So therefore, at some point of time, we should give up everything to them. Let them also learn and then grow up and lead their lives. We should not be leading their lives or telling them how to lead their lives. So at some point of time, we must retire. When should we retire? The moment the grandchild is born and the Namakarna is over, we are supposed to retire. So in that third stage of life, it's a warming up stage, like slowly it's between grahastha and sannyasa. Straight away we can't enter into sannyasa ashram. Exceptions are there. Slowly we are maturing, slowly to be able to enter into the sannyasa stage. And what is sannyasa stage? It's not just becoming a sannyasi and wearing orange over there. Sannyasa is an inner state of the mind. Again in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan defines for Arjuna what sannyasa is, what tyaga is. Nyasa means to give up. Sannyasa means to totally give up. What is it that we should totally give up? So slowly we start, it's a renunciation. So more of an inner, it should be inner renunciation. We start with outer renunciation. So completely, slowly we start giving up everything. We do vairagya, the state of dispassion or the state of vairagya. So sannyasa means totally a person has given up everything. Finally, it should be I have given up my I and mine. When that I and mine has been given up, the person has reached mukti moksha. So herein Bhagavan is saying sanyāsakṛt. I am the one who has instituted the fourth stage of life, ashrama dharma. This is called sannyasa. It doesn't mean the others have not been created by him. He alone has created all of them. But he is identifying himself with the highest. Sannyasa ashrama. Why? It is in the sannyasa ashrama that a person can become jivan mukta, can reach mukti moksha. And again, like I said, sannyasa doesn't mean leaving everything and running away to the Himalayas or changing the color of the cloth. It doesn't mean. So many grahasthas are sannyasis. Muthuswami Dikshitar. I'm just giving those great musicians. Tyagaraja Swami. At the end he took sannyasa. Last stages. Till then he was a grahastha. So there are so many grahasthas who have lived the life of a sannyasi. So they have been at home, but they have reached that fourth stage of life. It's within. It's a evolution that takes place within. Sannyasa is a state of the mind. So Bhagavan says sanyāsakṛt. I am the one who has created the fourth stage of life. Means he has created all the four stages of life. Not only this, he is the one who has created all the four varnas also. Which means everything is he. Not only created, he says, I am, everything is he. He alone has created everything, and he makes sure that everybody follows the varnashrama dharma. Shamaha. Shamaha means calmness. There are two words, dhamma, shama. Dhamma means external control. We don't allow things from the world outside, tempting things from the world outside to reach our mind through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. That is called self-control. Dhamma it is called. Outside world is so tempting, so fascinating, so captivating for all of us. So therefore, Dhamma is not to allow these tempting, captivating, charming things of the world to enter through these avenues in us, the windows in us, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin, and disturb the mind. That is called Dhamma. Shama is an inner quietude. The mind is so calm now. We don't allow the mind to go out through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, reach the sense objects outside, reach the world of objects outside, and then get disturbed. Dhamma is relatively easier to practice than Shama. Even Dhamma for many of us is very difficult. We know that. Supposing we go to the mall or the shopping complex, we know what all will happen to us. Till now we didn't have a craving for this particular thing, but we saw it in the window. All that we have to do is window shopping there, and we know how disturbed the mind will be. I don't have this, I don't have this, this is so beautiful, that is so beautiful, it should come into my life. So how did the mind get disturbed? That beautiful thing that was there in the window, which they had placed for show at the window, has entered through our eyes and disturbed the mind. So that if we can control, it is called Dhamma. Shama is inner quietude, calmness, peace over there. Not to allow the mind. Mind is very, very difficult to control. Arjuna tells Krishna in the 6th chapter, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Mind is restless. Mind will never be steady. How to control? It's fickle mind. It's fickle. Mind is fickle. That's why we say fickle-minded. It's like trying to, we may be able to contain a storm, but to contain the mind is very difficult, he said. Dasaru also writes, Manava nillisuvudu balu katina. To make the mind balanced, calm, quiet, peaceful, tranquil is extremely difficult. And Dasaru in that Devarnama also writes some impossible things. He says even those impossible things may be possible, but controlling the mind is very difficult. So therefore here the nama used here is Shamaha. Bhagavan is always in that state of calmness, balanced, tranquil, equipoised, serene. Nothing can ever shake him. Nothing can get him out of balance. Here in our lives, small little things we go out of balance. Very small things. We just go out of balance. We lose control of our mind. Bhagavan is always restrained. And it's not a restraint like how we when we restrain ourselves, I am controlling myself. I would love to have that object, but what to do? I am controlling myself. So it's not a very nice, pleasant feeling for us. It's not like that for Bhagavan at all. He's so calm, he's so balanced. It is his nature. He's an embodiment of Shama. He's an embodiment of equipoise, equanimity, serene, calmness, all these words put together. Calmness, composure, tranquility. Nothing can ever shake him from that state in which he is rooted in. How to depict it to us? We have all our gods, deities smiling over there. And we don't say it's smiling. Prasanna Vadana is the word used. That Prasannata has got no English word in the dictionary, equivalent word. Prasannata is something very, very unique. Prasanna Vadana we say. Because what is there inside is reflected outside. Shamaha. So he is calmness. He is, not that he has calmness or he has, he is in a state of tranquility. He is tranquility itself. He is calmness in itself. He is composure itself. He is tranquility walking on 2 feet, if we can say so. That is what Bhagavan is. Shanta and Shantihi, I am putting them together. Shanta again. One who has got Shama must be a Shanta. So Shanta means one who is absolutely quiet within, not a ripple. Our minds are like the ocean, the surface of the ocean. Never ever can we see the ocean without waves. Not possible at all. Like that our mind is constantly being thrown up and down, thrown up and down. It's the eternal thought waves are there. One thought comes and goes, the next one is there. It's not that even one by one they are lined up. So many of them together come. So it's a tsunami over there inside. So never ever is our mind calm, quiet, without waves, without the thought waves. And a mind with these thought waves is a mind which is anxious. It is a mind which is agitated. And an agitated mind, an anxious mind, a restless mind cannot walk the spiritual path at all. Not possible. So we need to make the mind settle down. And the settling of the mind is called purifying the mind also. Purifying the mind, removing the tamas, removing the rajas, making it more and more sattvic. The more and more it enters into sattvic mode, more and more it will become quiet, peaceful, calm. So the waves are slowly reducing over there. Bhagavan is Shantamurti. When we start Vishnu Sahasranama, we say Shantakaram bhēṣajaṃ. Shantakaram, of the nature of Shanta, of the nature of peace. It is not the peace that we know of, it is an absolute peace. So it's like saying peace walking on 2 feet. He's an embodiment of peace. He's a personification of peace. He's so quiet. Means he's so perfectly Dhamma, Shama, everything there with. We have to practice it for years maybe, or for janmas. Bhagavan is Dhamma, Bhagavan is Shama, Bhagavan is a Shantamurti. So that's the meaning. Shantai, very, very quiet. Why? He has himself perfectly under his own control. In our case, our mind is not under our control. Rather, the mind is controlling us. So it says, do this, do this, do this, we run and do it. The mind gives orders to us and we faithfully execute it. So in us, the mind is the master and we are its slaves. In all our masters and in the Lord, our masters, they have the mind under their control. It's not the mind controlling them. Actually, they've gone beyond the mind also. So therefore, Bhagavan is Shantamurti. No waves at all over there. No ripples over there. Very peaceful. It's like a lake where there are no ripples, no waves at all. Quiet. Supposing that's the example of a lake. Supposing we take the example of a flame, a lighted lamp over there. When there are so many, even the lake, when the wind hits the surface of the lake, waves rise, ripples rise. But when there is no breeze over there, absolutely it is still, the waves will not rise. It will look like a glass sheet over there. Manasa Sarovara, it will look like a glass sheet over there. Not a ripple. And in that sheet, we can see the reflection of Kailasa. So if our mind is like that, like just like a glass sheet, water sheet, where there are no ripples, where there are no waves, we can very vividly get the darshan of Kailasa in it. Kailasa stands for Bhagavan. So that is the example of water, lake. We can take the example of a lighted lamp also. When we have lighted a lamp and we keep it in a place where there are cross breezes, when the breeze blows, the flame will flicker. It keeps on fluttering and flickering over there. Restless it is. Our minds are restless like that. But if we place it in an area or in a place where there is absolutely no breeze, not even a little, the flame will be still. It will look like as though there is an electric lamp over there. Not even a little it will shake. When there are no cross breezes. What are the cross breezes? The cross breezes are the desires in us. So when there are no desires to disturb the mind, it will be like a sheet of water where there are no waves, or it will be like a flame which is not fluttering and flickering there at all. Bhagavan uses this example in the 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. The one who is doing contemplation, how should his mind be? It should be like the flame of a lamp which has been kept where there is no wind, he says. Like that it should be. Brilliant it should be. Full of knowledge, because we are contemplating on the Lord. The tip is pointing upwards. So we are moving higher and higher and higher, and it is not fluttering or flickering over there. Means the mind is not going anywhere, this side or that side, towards any object or any being. It is completely focused only on one topic. And what is that? God. Whether it is Saguna Upasana or Nirguna Upasana, it doesn't matter. So the Lord uses that example of Shantamurti. Tyagaraja Swami writes in one of his kirtan, Shantamu leka saukyamu ledu, he says. Very beautiful kirtan of Tyagaraja Swami. It's a Telugu kirtan. Shantamu leka saukyamu ledu. If you have no peace of mind, you can't hope to be happy. Saukyatva means happiness. At the highest level, we will say bliss. How can bliss be there for a person who doesn't have peace? How can happiness be there for a person who doesn't have peace? We are all in pieces only. We say, I am very peaceful, I am very peaceful, I am very peaceful. But our face will show that we are not happy at all. So we can say, he says, not possible. If you really want to be happy, you should be peaceful. Shantamu leka saukyamu ledu. How often we say, I am happy, but then we are not peaceful inside at all. But still we say, I am happy. It is such a, at a very superficial level. All our, when we talk about peace or when we talk about happiness, it's some, flash of pleasure that we are talking about there. It's come, it will go away. We are worried that it will go away also. But at that point of time, we are holding on to it and we are saying, I'm very happy. But we are not peaceful inside. I hope my happiness will still stay with me. There itself, we are in pieces. So we can just imagine what must be the state of Parabrahma who is being described over here, described in quotes, or a man of realization, or our Mahatmas. What must be their condition, inner condition? That's why it's so difficult for us also to describe a guru. How can we describe a guru who's got all these characteristics? It's very difficult. We can just, like I said, very superficially bring out some characteristics and say, this guru is like that, my guru is like this, my guru is like this, etc. It's out very, on the circumference of the outermost level. How can we even explain what is the state in which our masters or our gurus are reveling? Just now Guru Purnima was over. It's not possible for us at all to understand a master. Then how to understand him? Our masters say, you reach that level where they are in. Only then you can understand, because you have reached that level. And once we reach that level, we have become Brahman himself. For that state which they are experiencing, we will also experience. Then we will realize in what state they were all reveling in. So Shantata. Shantiḥ also is one whose very nature is peace. How is she? Is she an angry person? Her very nature is anger, we say. So Bhagavan over here, his very nature is peace. Peace, walking on 2 feet, is Bhagavan. So he is nothing other than peace. Therefore he is nothing other than Ananda. Because where peace is, Ananda will be there. Shantamu leka saukyamu ledu. When there is no peace, there is no happiness. Therefore when peace is there, happiness is there, bliss is there, Ananda is there. So therefore one who is very, very quiet inside, one who is of the nature of peace itself. Shantaha, Shantihi, we have done both. Then the next nama over here, niṣṭhā. Niṣṭhā means one who is the abode of everything. From the Lord, everything got created. In the Lord, everything exists. All the worlds. And finally, where will they all go off to? They will all go into it. That is why we say home. In the home we all are. Then we go out in the morning for our various transactions, our work, whatever it is. And then what do we do after having roamed around or having gone through our work, profession, career, whatever it is? What do we do at night? We all come back home. To rest, where do we come back? We come back home. That is why we say home sweet home. That is an abode for us. Similarly, from Bhagavan, everything has come. In him, everything stays, everything gets maintained, nurtured, nourished. And finally, where will everything go back? It will only go back from where it came. From where did it come? It came from the Lord. Therefore, where will it go? It will go back there. That is called niṣṭhā. It is the ultimate shelter or refuge for all of us. It's like saying, from where did the waves rise? They all rose in the ocean. They did not rise anywhere else. The waves, water waves, they all rose from the ocean. Where did they survive? They were moving around. They made noise, they increased, they decreased in size. They clashed with each other, they collided with each other. noise they made. Where did all of that happen? Where did they exist? They all existed in the ocean itself. And finally, where did the waves go disappear? They never disappeared on the beach, sand beach. They all disappeared again into the ocean itself. If that we have understood, similarly over here also, all of us came from him. That is called Srishti. All of us get maintained for different time intervals. The mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the human kingdom, this devata, celestial being, semi-divine being, so many are there category. For all the worlds are there. 7 plus 7, 14. All of them were created from him. He is the ultimate source. All of them stay in him, play about in him, and finally all of them disappear. So therefore he is called as niṣṭhā, the abode, the Dhamma, Parandhama. Dhamma means abode, house. Parama means suprememost. The Asura again says, Adu namma mane, idu summane, he said. That is my real abode. That's my real home. Parandham. That suprememost destination or home, having reached it, there is no return for us at all. Yad gatva na nivartante taddhama paramam mama, Bhagavan says. Having reached that, there is no return back again for us at all. So, but from where did we all come? We came from the same source. From that source we came, divine source. In that source alone, we existed and we played about. We led our lives. Good or bad, we have lived our lives only in him. We can't live out of him. A saint and a sinner, all of them derive their strength only from him. And finally, where will all of us go? We all will go back ultimately only onto him. Niṣṭhā. That is so beautifully indicated by Sita in the Ramayana. From where did she come? She came from Mother Earth. Sita represents the mind in us. Bhagavan represents the intellect. There are different interpretations depending on to whom the master is addressing, because the Shishyas are also at different levels. So one of the interpretation is, in one Sita is Jivatma, Rama is Paramatma. So that is one interpretation. In another interpretation, Rama is the intellect, Sita is the mind. Mind and intellect must come together. They should get married to each other. Otherwise, there is no hope. The intellect goes in one way, the mind will go in another way. Then there is no life at all. So the mind and the intellect should get married within us. Only then we can even lead a life, a good life, a full life. So where did this mind come from? If we investigate into our mind, we will never know from where the mind came. Why? We are trying to find out the source of the mind using the mind. Using the mind, we cannot find out the source of our own mind. It's not possible. We can't use the same instrument to investigate into it itself. We need something else. But the moment we take something else, we will never get a true picture of what we are trying to understand. So mind is a very funny thing. So when we try to understand the mind, we are trying to understand the mind using our own mind. Not possible to understand the mind. So from where did it come? It came from Mother Earth. No living child can come out of Mother Earth. It's the most improbable place from which Sita came. Similarly, if we inquire into from where did my mind come, from where did my thoughts come, from where do our thoughts rise, from where does my mind make its appearance within me, we have no answer for it at all. It is just there, but we do not know from where it came. So to indicate that to us, the whole Ramayana is a dramatization. So Sita comes from the Mother Earth, and then she gets married to Rama. Mind and intellect get wedded together, and then the whole significance of the Rama, it's called inner Ramayana. Significance of Ramayana as applied to ourselves. The whole Ramayana is a spiritual journey for us. If we fall from the higher state to the lower state, From the state of immortality, we have fallen to the state of mortality. Means we have fallen into samsara. Is there hope for us again to go back from the state of mortality to the state of immortality? Yes, it is possible. And that is being depicted or dramatized for us in the whole Ramayana. Every character there we can identify within ourselves. So then we have the whole Ramayana, and then finally we know where does Sita go back? Sita goes back from where she came. So there is some source. From the source only the mind draws its strength. Bhagavan is there in us, life is there. From that life in us only the mind draws its strength to do whatever it wants to do. It becomes very powerful, it becomes mighty, and then it makes us do whatever it wants us to do. So therefore, from where the mind came, there the mind will disappear. Is dramatized by Sita emerging from Mother Earth, finally disappearing back to Mother Earth. So niṣṭhā, śāntiḥ we have already finished. Parāyaṇam. Parāyaṇam means the supremost goal for all of us. What is the supremost goal for all of us? We all have goals in our life. Small goals are there, big targets are there, big goals are there, and we work to reach our goal. As to for a student who is always getting third, let's say third class, his or her goal will be to get the first class. Then first class student will want a distinction. Distinction student will want all 100. Then comes the rank, etc., etc. So that's for a student. We all have, when a person is working more in a promotion, I want to become this, I want to become that. From deputy manager, I want to become the manager. It goes on. So slowly we move higher and higher and higher. And to move to our target, the goal, whatever we want, there is a way also, path. So the path also should be defined, the goal also should be defined. So all of us have our materialistic goals. Some of us have good, noble goals. Some of us don't have noble goals. But all of us will be walking a path to reach our goal. Even a corrupt person has got a goal to make some lakhs of crores. And he's walking the wrong path. But he's got a goal in his life. It's not a good goal, that's all. The goal itself is not good or bad. But then how are we moving towards it is more important. To make money is by itself not wrong. To become rich is not wrong. How are we going to become rich? And after becoming rich, how are we going to live our lives meaningfully? All that comes in. So these are all materialistic goals and materialistic path. Here Bhagavan says, Parāyaṇam means I am the supremost. Supremost means beyond that there is no goal. So having reached him, there is no other goal higher than him. After mukti, moksha, enlightenment happens, is there anything else more to do? Sitting down in meditation, more to achieve? No. That is the end. It's the peak over there. So therefore, it is the supremost goal is mukti, moksha. Having reached which, there is nothing more to do for a person who has realized. So what is that supremost goal? Bhagavan says, I alone am to reach me. So Bhagavan himself is the supremost goal for a person to reach. Walking the spiritual path, whatever be the path you take. Bhakti marga, karma, jnana, so many paths are there to reach that supremost goal. Beyond that, is there anything? There is not. And having reached that goal, there is no fall again for a person. Bhagavan says in the 15th chapter, Yadgatva nanivartante taddhama paramam mama. So he is the supremost goal, but when we say goal, it immediately means also the path also. The path and the goal can't be two. They have to be one. So to reach him, what is the path that we have? To reach him who is an embodiment of Dharma, we have to walk the path of Dharma. To reach him who is an embodiment of truth, we have to walk the path of truth. To reach him who is a personification of love, prema swarupa, we have to take the path also of love. We can't reach him by walking a path which is opposite of that. Opposite means we are walking in the other direction. we are moving away from him and we will never reach him at all. So if we want to reach him, we have to be aligned and walk towards him, what he represents. So if he is truth, if he is dharma, if he is love, we have to also walk the path of love, we have to walk the path of truth, we have to walk the path of dharma also. Only then mukti moksha will happen. So therefore parāyaṇam means he is the supremost goal, he is the gati. Gati has got two meanings. Gati means goal. We say Krishna alone is my gati, Shiva alone is my gati, Rama alone is my gati, means my ultimate destination. I want to reach him, that's it. After reaching him, there is nothing more for us to do. Therefore, we say gati. But in Sanskrit, gati has got two meanings. One is the goal and one is the path. Gati stands for goal, gati stands for path. The same word stands for both, the means and the end. So when we say Krishna is my gati, yes, Krishna is our goal whom we want to reach. Krishna is the destination whom we want to reach, but we have to walk the Krishna marga only to reach Krishna. We have to walk the Rama marga only to reach Rama. We have to walk the Shiva marga only to reach Shiva. We can't walk the opposite. We can't walk the Ravana marga and reach Rama. Not possible. Devi. To reach Devi, the goal, we have to walk the Devi marga only. Walking the marga of the Rakshasa, Mahishasura, walking that marga, we can't hope to reach Devi at all. Not possible. So therefore Bhagavan says, I am the supremost goal. The path is included in it. It's all inclusive. So he is the path for us and he is the goal for, he is the marga and he is the destination also for all of us.